What's up? Abs, core, Pilates, 30 minutes starts right now. Hey, I'm Preston. Let's get right into a warm-up. We start with some cat and cow like usual. 30 minutes of core movements from all fours. Around the back, push the mat away. For the cat, inhale, drop the stomach, look up. For the cow, one more cat. I hope you're having a great day today. Today we'll work on our core. One more cow. High Cobra, walk your hands to the top of the mat, drop the pelvis. Look up. Lower down. Get ready for that first plank. We start with the plank, we end with the plank. Push your pelvis down, scoop your abs up, lift yourself up to that plank. 2 minutes and 18 seconds. We add on 1 second every time. So let's focus on some good plank form, which is engaging the abs, tucking the pelvis under, shoulders and hips in line with one another, squeezing your butt, squeezing your shoulder blades together, pushing the mat away. You have an option here of doing a forearm plank. That means most of the weight is on your forearms. You lower down, you bring your butt with you. You're still squeezing everything. Straight line from hips to shoulders. You got this. Keep breathing. Feel free to transition between the two different planks, or maybe do a side plank. Whatever works for you, keep it going for another minute. It's a beautiful, chilly morning in New York City. I'm on the rooftop. The sun is out, not a cloud in the sky. Doing some abs and core work. Starting the morning off right. So you just want to make sure that you're engaging your abs first and foremost, breathing and keeping that butt in line with your hips. After this, we'll take a 10 seconds child's pose, and we'll do that in 10 seconds. Nice work. Let's sit back, knees wider than your hips. Push your weight back to that child's pose. Maybe flip your hands towards the ceiling. All right, first exercise on the docket is a Pilates roll-up. We do that by lying down, legs together, squeeze your legs together, arms up to the sky, using as little momentum as possible. Peel your head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. Continue to roll up, reach forward somewhere around your legs, your feet, grab your feet, your legs, belly button pulled back, then you roll back, shoulders down and back. C-shape with the spine, nice and slow. Arms back up to the sky. You rinse and repeat. Rolling up, reaching forward, belly button back, and reversing that. Slow and controlled, feeling each vertebrae touch and leave the mat. I have to use a little bit of momentum myself. Hopefully you don't. Hopefully you are better at this than I am. I am not good at Pilates. All right, a heel walk, second exercise in. Let's start at the bottom of our mat, heels on the mat, toes pointed towards the sky. Lift your hips up as high as you can, and then you walk on your heels, both the heels of your palms and the heels of your feet. Once you get to one end of the mat, Lift your hips up even higher. Try and keep them up as you walk towards the other side of the mat. At the end of that, lift them up even higher. Heel walk, keeping the hips as lifted as possible. Dragging my mic back and forth, but I think that's okay. I think I'll actually turn around and face the other direction after this. Nice work. Transition. I'm going to transition by flipping around. All right, corkscrew time. Lie down. Legs glued together up to the sky. Your lower back is pushed into the mat. Arms down by your side. With the legs glued together, bring your legs around, down, over to the left, around, back up to the right. Stop at the top. Keep your lower back connected with the mat. Your hips may leave the mat just a little bit, keeping everything stable on the mat. The wider you have your hands out, the more, the easier this will be to keep your hips level and connected. The closer you have your hands to your butt, the more challenging this will be. All right, take that 10-second rest before the next exercise. I am loving this sun. All right, single leg circles. Let's extend the left leg out long, plant the left heel into the mat. Right leg goes to the sky. Cross over to the right, down, around, up to the left. We'll do half on the right, half on the left. So the goal here is to have minimal movement out of your hips, torso, shoulders. Big range of motion, but only big enough so you don't wobble around. Let's right leg up to the sky, place it down on the mat, extend it out, left leg up this time, cross over to the left, down, around, open to the right. You want to imagine that you're pulling your leg through something thick, like water, like sand, like glue, like molasses. What's one more? Like motor oil. Whenever we're not using any weights, you want to create that imaginary resistance. All right, Cobra tuck with a twist. So we come to all fours. We walk out to a Cobra. From this position, we tuck back into a bear, and then we twist, maybe arm and leg, or just twist up to the sky. Back to that bear, back to that Cobra, back to the bear, twist to the other side, maybe leg comes out, arm comes up, back to the bear, Cobra, bear, and twist. Slow and controlled. Knees never touching the mat. For the Cobra, you squeeze your butt and look up. For the bear, you push back, weight towards the heels. For that twist, arm up to the sky, maybe leg out. Hold it for a second. Nice work. Transition time. I'm going to grab some water here. All right, wood chops, we could do this one seated. Sit however you like. I like sitting cross-legged. Hands in prayer position. We chop to one side, looking over that shoulder. So I'm chopping to the same side each time. I'm twisting at the torso. I'm looking over that back shoulder, sitting up nice and tall, exhaling on the chop. We'll do 3, 2, and 1. Let's switch sides. Sit up nice and tall once again. Big twist. You want to end up looking over that back shoulder. And you want to twist out of your torso, not out of your hips or your waist. Wringing out your abs. Oblique action. 5 more seconds before we move on. Nice work. We have a building that might block the sun. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping we have enough time to enjoy this warming sun. Tempo sit up, feet out in front of you, knees slightly bent, arms up to the sky. Quick sit up, arms stay up. Tempo sit up, so it's kind of like a fast sit up. You sit up, you reach up, and then you roll down. Try to feel each vertebrae touch and leave the mat, even though you are going at a good tempo, at a fast tempo. Try and still do that segmenting, that spinal articulation. Very healthy for the spine. It gets the blood flowing to all the intervertebral discs, and that helps heal the discs. If you have any disc problems, getting that blood definitely helps out. All right, V-snaps, I think, is the exercise. One of my most favorite, most hated exercises. Arms and legs out. We snap up into a V, and then we come back down. So the snap is quick. Try and get the arms and legs as straight as you can. Try and make that V with your body. Easier said than done. Holding it at the apex of the V. Whew. Last 10 seconds. Can you get in a couple more? Nice work. I hope your V's look better than mine. Mine kind of look like a U. Alright. We kind of have the same idea for this one. X up. So we start our body making an X. We take our right hand, touch our left foot, then back down. Left hand to right foot, then back down. And then we bring everything in for a tuck, and then back to the X ups. So we do X up, one foot, one hand, other foot, other hand, then bring everything around, tuck it in for a second or two, then back down. To make this more challenging, you can keep your limbs off the mat the entire time, arms and legs for the X up, and then for the tuck, you hold it, or feet on the mat, hands gently on the mat. Nice work. Transition time. Take that few seconds to rest. All right, scissor crossovers. The way we do that is we start with our lower back connected with the mat, legs up to the sky, arms down by our side. The scissor part is the lifting and lowering. The crossovers is the left and right. So get the left and right movement, crossing your feet over, and then scissors, lower and lift. So the goal here is to keep your legs as straight as possible. Your lower back stays glued to the mat the entire time. Your feet move left to right, slicing and dicing. And then when you get to about 45 degrees with your legs, you start to lift them back up to about 90 degrees or so. Yeah. Yeah. Take that transition time. Nice work. All right, Superman. We can flip on over. Lying down. Push your pelvis down. Scoop your abs up. Extend your arms and legs out both directions or together, classic Superman or flying squirrel. And then let's pull an imaginary bar down our back, then extend our arms behind us, squeezing everything, and then big circle forward, arms forward, reaching forward, pushing your pelvis down, trying to scoop your abs up, pull that bar down your back, extend the arms out behind you, squeeze everything, back up, arms come together, bar down your back, extend the arms out long. Nice work. Take that 10-second rest break. All right, lean back kickouts. Let me get back to my original position over here. Lean back. So we first start by sitting up, feet on the mat, knees bent. You lean back until you feel you're about to fall over. Then you extend your legs out long, then drive them in to your chest. So you're leaning back and kicking out, kind of at the same time. Feet never touch the mat. Go at your own pace, as slow as or as fast as you want. I'll tell you what, 32 degrees in the sun feels great. Yesterday I did this about the same temperature according to the weather, but it was not in the sun. And man, was that much colder. So, pro tip to myself, if it's cold outside, do it in the sun. Alright, we'll do a side crunch. I guess we'll do that lying down. We can have our knees slightly bent, elbow supporting one side, hand next to the temple. We're just going to crunch up. Side crunch lying down. You could also have your legs straight. You could also crunch your legs up as you crunch your ribs towards your hips. Let's switch other side. So other arm supporting. For me, my right arm's on the mat. Nice and tall. Legs straight or bent. And we're just crunching. Small little crunches. Remember, you can crunch your legs. Banana position. Nice work. Nice work. Need some water. Butterfly crunches. Lie on down. Soles of the feet together. Knees fall apart. Lower back always connected to the mat. Hands gently support the head, elbows nice and wide. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders off the mat so just your shoulder blades are barely touching. Keep that lifted, and then we do small crunches. Focusing on using from your ribs to your hips to do the crunch. You don't want to use your neck. Your elbows stay nice and wide. You're looking down at your belly button. You exhale, on the crunch up. Nice work. Take that 10 seconds. Transition / rest break. All right, pelvic lift. Feet on the mat, knees bent. Knees as wide as your hips or maybe slightly less wide. Palms down by your side. Push through your glutes. Lift your pelvis up as high as you can. Take an inhale on the top. Exhale, slowly lower it down. Each vertebrae touching the mat. As soon as your hips touch the mat, you inhale and exhale, lifting back up as high as you can, pushing your ribs towards your knees, if you can imagine that, and then slowly lowering everything back down. Keep that going. Go at your own pace. Try and lift a little higher each time. Try and go a little slower on the way down each time. Nice work on that. That should have felt like a little bit of active recovery there. Still working the core. All right, windshield wiper. We can sit up and do what we did for the lean back kick out, but this time we can place our palms next to our hips. Windshield wiper our legs up and over. Option 2, take your hands off the mat. Prayer position, no hands. Try and keep the wiggling to a minimum. Try and keep your windshield wiper big. Large range of motion. Slow up and over. Leaning back a lot. Try and show you from the front view here. So my hands are next to my hips. I'm leaning back. I'm creating a huge up and over rainbow. No, my socks are not dirty. It's just the mat rubs off on them. All right, we have a glute bridge with a pulse. So similar to what we did a couple of exercises ago, where we're going to keep it up. So feet on the mat, knees bent. Exhale, push through the glutes, lift it up, and then we'll pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it at the top, inhale. And then exhale, slowly lower it down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Then as soon as your hips touch the mat, you're back up, pushing through your glutes, squeezing your glutes, exhaling as high as you can go. Then we pulse 8 more times. 7, 6, 5, 4. At the top, hold it at the top. 2, 1, and hold. Inhale, lift your hips a little higher. Then exhale, lower it down. And that's enough of that. That's enough of that. All right, bear with a knee in. Flip over to all fours. So for the bear, we will lift from a neutral all fours position. Lift our knees a couple of inches off the mat. Once you have that position, you engage your abs. Drive one knee in towards your wrist, then back. Knees never touching the ground. Drive those knees in, nice and slowly. Keep those abs engaged the whole time. How stable can you keep your torso, your lower back? Keeping those knees just a couple of inches off the mat as we drive one knee in. Everything nice and straight and calm in the torso region. Nice work. Lower those knees down. We do what you want here. All right, we have Ukrainian twists up now. Get into that lean back position. This time the heels on the mat. Lean it on back. We twist side to side. We lean back until we feel like we're about to fall over. We look over that back shoulder, getting the elbow as close to the mat as possible. Big bonus points if you could actually get your elbow to touch the mat without falling over. I'm not there yet. That's why I'm out here working on it. Keep it going. Just checking on the audio here. I think we're good. Yes. You never know what your equipment's going to do in freezing temperatures. Malfunctions are very possible. Alrighty then. Jackknife, similar to the V-snap. But with the jackknife, we start with our arms and legs completely elongated, and then we jackknife up. You can really keep your arms wherever. They should be in line with your torso, your legs as straight as possible, and we'll hold it up here for about 5 seconds, and then slowly open the jackknife, elongate the arms and legs. Let's do that again. Hold it 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Elongate everything. Reach in both directions. Jackknife it up. Oops. Jackknife it up. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Open the jackknife. I'm glad we have both the V-snaps. Good job on that. V-snaps and the jackknife on here, because I definitely need practice with both. All right. Last exercise, plank for 2 minutes, 19 seconds. Get right into it. Remember good plank form. Hands underneath the shoulders. All 10 fingers nice and wide. Belly button in line with the shoulders. Maybe you come down to a forearm plank. Just bring your butt with you. Squeezing your butt, squeezing your abs, slightly retracting your shoulder blades. Nice straight line. Feet can be wherever, hip distance apart, together, narrow V, whatever floats your boat. Keep breathing. Free exercise classes every day. When I exercise, I talk about it and record it, and then you can watch it and follow along. We both get more fit every weekday. That is over halfway through the plank. Don't forget you can transition between the two. You can also place your knees down on the mat, but only for a few seconds. Then I want you back up, holding, supporting your own body weight. So important to be able to support your own body weight. Getting off the floor. Getting on the floor. Doing pretty much everything. Planks help you because you're working every muscle. You're working your core, stabilizing muscles. It will help prevent back injuries. Three, 2, 1. Cool down. Widen your knees. Sit back in child's pose. Palms up to the sky so you can stretch out your wrists a little bit. Maybe roll your wrists around. Nice work. Today, let's come back to all fours. We'll start, or we'll end with what we started with. Some cat and cows. So around the back, push the mat away. Then arch the back, look up. One more cat. One more cow. Walk your hands to the front of the mat. Lower your butt, shoulders down and back. Exhale. Come back up. Great job today. That was 30 minutes of abs, core, Pilates, you name it, we did it. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like the video, please subscribe, please like. We are live every weekday where we do something different. Have a great